All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to crack the code on what feels like a secret language, the language of the internet. If you've ever felt totally lost looking at your texts or scrolling through social media, you are in exactly the right place. Let's get to it. Have you ever gotten a message like this and just thought, what? Do I need a translator for this? Trust me, you're not alone. It might look like a jumble of letters right now, but I promise you, by the end of this, you'll know exactly what this means. So first, let's figure out why this kind of digital shorthand even exists in the first place. So yeah, this isn't just people being lazy with their typing. These abbreviations, this shorthand, it was basically born from a need to make our online chats faster, more efficient, and honestly, to make them feel a little more like a real conversation. Really, it all boils down to one thing: speed. It's just so much quicker to type 3 letters than 3 whole words, right? Especially when you're tapping away on a tiny phone keyboard. And hey, if you're learning the language, using these can actually make you sound way more natural online. Let's start with a few you've probably seen all over the place. First up, let's look at how people say what they're really thinking and feeling online. This whole group of abbreviations is all about sharing your honest goodness opinion or your instant gut reaction to something. So, our first one is TBH. This stands for to be honest. Think of it like a little heads up you give before you say what you actually think. It kind of signals that you're about to be really sincere, maybe even a little critical, but you're definitely being truthful. For example, let's say a friend asks you what you thought of a new movie, and, well, you didn't love it. You could text this, TBH, I didn't like the movie. It just softens the feedback a little bit, but it still gets your honest point across. Next up is IMO, and this one is all about being polite. It means in my opinion. And sometimes you'll see an H in there, IMHO, which adds the word humble. Using this just frames what you're saying as your own perspective, not some universal fact. It's a really great way to keep discussions friendly and respectful. So maybe in a group chat planning something, you might type, IMO, this is the best option. It lets you share your idea without making it sound like you're shutting everyone else down. But what about when you want to express, well, total disbelief? Oh, you've definitely seen this one. SMH, it stands for shaking my head. But I think a better translation is digital eye roll. Yep, it's that perfect, short way to show you're disappointed, or that you can't believe how ridiculous something is. It literally turns a physical action into text. You can almost feel the sigh in this sentence, can't you? He forgot his homework again. SMH. It's just this short, sharp little burst of emotion that pretty much everyone understands immediately. And this is a great one because it shows the different levels of laughing online. ROFL, that's rolling on the floor laughing, is for when something is genuinely very funny. But LMAO, that kicks it up a notch. That's for when a joke or a video is so ridiculously hilarious you feel like you can't breathe. It's pretty much the digital version of a deep belly laugh. Okay, so now that we know how to talk about our opinions and reactions, let's move on to the real world, the abbreviations we use for talking about people, places, and making plans. This next one, IRL, is super important. It's basically the bridge between our digital selves and our physical selves. It stands for in real life. And you use it anytime you need to make it clear you're talking about something that happens out in the world, away from a screen. You might say this to explain how you know someone. Maybe you met them in an online game, but you've also hung out in person. Saying I know him IRL just means that it's a real-world connection. Now here's a classic. This one's been around for ages, but it's still so important. BFF, of course, means best friends forever. It's that special title you save for your absolute closest, most trusted friend. It's simple, it's sweet, and a sentence like this tells a whole story about a really deep, long-lasting friendship. It's amazing how much power is packed into just those 3 little letters. Okay, now listen up, because DM does double duty. A DM is a direct message, a private chat on a platform like Instagram or X, but you also DM someone, which is the action of sending that message. So it's both a noun and a verb. So if you wanted to share some info, but not with everybody, you'd say, I'll DM you the details. This just lets the other person know to check their private messages. It's all about moving a conversation from public to private. TBT is a really fun one. It stands for Throwback Thursday, and it's become this huge internet tradition. Every single Thursday, social media just fills up with old photos, childhood pictures, old vacations, you name it, and they're all tagged with hashtag TBT. It's just a fun way for us all to share a little piece of our history. And finally, let's talk about how to say goodbye. TTYL, or talk to you later, is just a really quick, casual, and friendly way to sign out from a text conversation. It basically says, I'm busy now, but we'll chat again soon. This is perfect for when you need to run. It's way less formal than saying a full goodbye, and it lets the person know the conversation is just on pause. It's not totally over. I have to go now, TTYL. Simple, effective, and totally polite. Okay, we have covered a lot of ground. We've talked about opinions, reactions, people, plans. So now, let's go all the way back to that super confusing message from the beginning and see if we can finally crack the code together. Remember this? OMG, TBT to that party. TBH, I was LMAO. DM me IRL. TTYL BFF. It actually makes perfect sense now, doesn't it? The person is doing a throwback to a fun party. Then they share an honest reaction. To be honest, they were laughing my ass off. Then they make a request. Direct message me so you can meet up in real life. And they finish with a friendly sign-off. Talk to you later, best friends forever. See? You're totally fluent. And just like that, you've gone from confused to confident. This digital language isn't so secret after all. It's just a faster, more personal way for us to connect with each other. So the only question left is the one right there on your screen. What abbreviation will you use first?